And this week we'll be celebrating the feast of St. Maximilian Kolbe. I wanted to share with you a quote from St. Maximilian, who is attributed to him, when he says, "No one in the world can change truth. What we can do and should do is to seek truth and to serve it when we have found it. The real conflict is an inner conflict. Beyond armies of occupation and of extermination camps, there are two irreconcilable enemies in the depths of every soul: good and evil, sin and love. And what use are the victories on the battlefield if we ourselves are defeated in our innermost personal selves?" I think that this quote from St. Maximilian is very profound when it comes to our own spiritual lives and the spirituality that he can really give to each and every one of us. Do we believe that there is a truth? That Jesus says, "I am the truth." That we are created by God, and that ultimately that, as he said, as St. Maximilian also says, that love alone creates and hatred destroys. Do we actually believe that? Or do we try to make our own truth, to manipulate our world so that we can get what we want? Or that, if you will, your truth is as good as mine. Do we believe that ultimately God is the source of truth, and that we in our lives, through our prayer, through the sacraments of the church, need to seek what is this truth? And oftentimes when we think about conflict, we can think about things that are going on outside of ourselves. We take a look at the nightly news. Sometimes it can become very depressing to see how many people were killed today, the violence in our streets and throughout the world, of signs of hatred and division in our society today. It can become very depressing. But sometimes we can think that this is all something outside of our mind, something going on outside that, it's on the streets around the world. And while obviously this is true, the real battle is sometimes happening inside of our lives, between following the truth, which is that of love, that of Jesus, and that of hatred, that of evil, that of sin, in which ultimately sometimes we may think is the truth, we may want, we may desire, and yet is not the truth. So today we can ask, in the spirit of St. Maximilian Kolbe, do we seek the truth? Do we want to know the truth? Do we want to follow the truth? Do we want to enter this battle between good and evil, between sin and love in our own lives? And in this interior transformation, we too can become instruments of peace, bearers of the truth in our world, so that we can truly make the world a better place, as St. Maximilian Kolbe did in his own life. God bless you.